You don't know me like that. You got a problem, you can meet me out back. Look, I don't mean to be a sound rash, just hear me out. We don't need a beef about facts, cause yeah, I be down flat every other week until I bounce.
What's happening, Dark Waters family? It's your boy Dark Waters and I'm back. Listen, I need somebody to hold my beer for a second because we need to go in. Now, I'm talking to the Dark Waters family and anybody else who cares to listen when I say this. I'm going to take my time with this. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to run through nothing. I'm going to take my time and explain something to y'all. Let's start here. So, everybody know I'm down with D-Dolls. I've been fucking with D-Dolls for a minute, right? At the same time, everybody knows the type of person I am. Anybody who's been following me knows the type of person that I am. So, my man gets released, and y'all don't see all the comments that kind of hit, my YouTube channel because they're on approved. And I don't let stuff through that builds narratives. So, I'm sitting here looking overnight, last night, at this narrative trying to be created on my channel, which means that it's a narrative that's going around, and I'm gonna address it for the man before he even had to deal with it, because it's some wild stuff and it's the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen. So I'm just gonna keep it 100% real with y'all, like 120% real with the community, and this is for Dogman, Bigfoot, paranormal community, whoever care to listen, because y'all got the game fucked up completely. So, life itself is about change. Life itself, this time that we spend on this planet, our souls in this body, is about growing as a human being. Period. Like, and the realest people in this industry, like literally the realest people in this industry, they expose themselves and they have the courage to face whatever the fuck went wrong. So for example, there's a couple of people I consider to be very, very fucking real. Like Marvin Allen to me is very, very fucking real, because Marvin Allen had the balls to come out to the public. I don't give a fuck if Marvin only got 2,000-3,000 subscribers, but he had the balls to free himself from the chains of public opinion and be a man and say, look, this is what I did. I was on that dope. I slipped up. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? This is what I did with my life. I'm trying to make my life better. That's what this shit is about. Nobody's fucking perfect, man. None of you motherfuckers listening to this shit is perfect. The only difference is nobody's looking at you motherfuckers. Nobody looking at you whacking off in your bedroom in the morning to porn. Nobody looking at you fucking stealing candy bars or beating your kid's ass or coveting your neighbor's wife, because you're not public. This is where y'all got to keep shit real. Like, everybody fucked up. Everybody. In this industry, the people that you listen to, they fucked up. How do I know? Because I've interviewed with all of them. How do I know? Because I've had personal conversations with a lot of them. Now, I'm not going to disclose those people's problems, and that's not an attack on anyone. The point I'm making is everybody got their shit. So, when you run around pointing fingers, oh, Dark Waters, you support this person, they did this. Man, let me explain something to you, bro. Real talk. I got partners right now that's doing the race. And what I mean, if you don't know what the race is you tried to murder somebody, or you murdered somebody and your ass is on the lam and you running. Period. You fucking on the go. And I'm reading comments with people talking about he's a fugitive and you're harboring. Bitch, you don't know what harboring a fugitive means. And I'm going to stop right there with that. The point I'm making is this. You see, in this community, if we want to get to the truth and be real with shit, we got to start being real with each other. Yeah, people make mistakes. Yeah, messed up shit happens. Yeah, people are fucking snakes. Okay, that's how it is. That's how life is. This is just a microcosm of the macrocosm of life. As you go through your daily life, you're gonna run into all kinds of fucking people. Snake motherfuckers, adulterers, murderers, rapists, kidnappers. You're gonna run into all kinds of shit. You just don't know all the time that you're running into it. You associate with people all the time who doing fucked up shit you don't know because they're doing it behind closed doors. And they hiding it from you. Example, Wolf. Another dude with a big set of balls. When the beef between him and Marvin Allen was going on, Wolf went on Marvin's channel and told his story about his problems. Freed himself from the chains of public opinion. You see, you guys, and I ain't talking to the Dark Waters family because y'all rocks with me. And y'all know me because y'all been with me. But you gotta understand, community, you guys have these chains and these shackles of public opinion that you want to put on people, and you want to label people and do shit. Like, oh, this person's this person's that, this person's blah, blah, blah. And what you do is you run people out of this shit, which affects the truth that you want to get. Now, that's for the average person. You know what I'm saying? That's just for the average person that's running around being a fucking hypocrite. When you know you got your own shit. You know for a fact the shit that you do. And before you get on here commenting to me or anybody else, think about the shit that you do. And if you comfortable with throwing the first stone, throw that bitch. And when the brick come back, bang, and hit you in your head, it's all it is to it. Don't worry about it. Now, to the trolls and the people that's out here wilding. Like there was the channel, The Adjudicator, that, you know, I don't know if it's still there or not. If I was them, I would fucking take it down, but they ain't gonna listen. Like, you wildin'. Like, you wildin' for real. So, let me think about this. So, Black Lives Matter until you don't like that black person. Because I've researched a lot of you people that's on The Adjudicator. Right? The Adjudicator himself, the other little commenters. We've been looking at this. It's been a year. You didn't think I looked at you. I got the pictures of you on your Facebook with the Black Lives Matter sign. But Black Lives Matter until you don't like that black person. So then from there, you trying to fuck over a person who you know just came out of prison. Who you know gonna have a hard time trying to eat. Who you know is at the highest chance of experiencing recidivism, going back to prison. Like, y'all motherfuckers is wild, dude. Like, for real, you wildin'. And I can understand if you had a dog in the fight. Like, the people who involved in the situation, they got a dog in the fight. I can understand that. Shorty, you got a dog in the fight, you can feel how you feel. But you people just bugging. None of your fucking business. Real talk, it's none of your business. But you on the internet typing and acting a fucking fool, going ham. But it's literally none of your business. Nothing to do with you. So, the world is crumbling around you. And I want you to understand this, guys. The world is literally crumbling around these people. You got an invasion on your border. You got a fucking virus raging out of control. You got mandates to where people losing their jobs. And y'all trying to fuck up a dude hustle? Really? Come on, man. What kind of person are you? What kind of hate is in your heart? With all this shit going on, you got time for that? Man, y'all wild. Y'all wild as shit. And nobody else gonna tell you this because everybody else scared of public opinion. I don't give a fuck. People that like me, they gonna like me. People that don't like me, they not gonna like me. That's how life has always been. That's how it's always gonna be. It's just magnified because we're on the internet. And that's what people don't understand. So, people that like DDoS, they're gonna like DDoS. People that don't like them, they're not gonna like them. And, you know, just for the record, if you want to be a free human being, literally free yourself from that one thing. Oh, this person don't like me. I'm going to do things to be liked by this particular person or this particular group of people. Because at the end of the day, that shit don't matter. Take it from somebody whose name rung through the streets throughout the whole South eastern part of the United States. There were people who hated me, and there were people who loved me. There are people to this day who hate me and people who love me. But you can't sit there and worry about people's opinions like that. And this is just to the audience, because you got to understand, if D is experiencing it, that means other people are experiencing it. Free yourself from that bullshit, because it's designed to trap you. Now, this is what's about to go down. I'm going to have a paperwork party with D-Dose. We're going to go through all his charges. Now, for those of you who don't know what a paperwork party, this is when we get into real shit. Like, real motherfuckers know what a paperwork party is, because we need to know what the deal is. We're going to have a paperwork party. We're going to go through all his charges. We're going to talk about all this shit so people can see what's what. Some people, you're going to see what someone was dismissed and thrown out. You're going to see what some of them stuck. You're going to see all this man shit, everything. And then after that, we done. Keeping it moving. But I did have to address that one thing. Like, for real, y'all wildin'. For real, like, just bugging. Because you want to see another person's downfall. The difference is, that dude done did his time. He sat, did what he needed to do. Did it the right way. Set so he don't have to be bothered with a parole officer or none of that foolishness. And y'all want to see the man fucking go down again. Think about that shit. On every TV station, there's a black person telling you how wonderful black people are. And then you got this black man who trying to get his shit together. He fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Nah, ain't nobody can deny that. You fucked up, dog. And what you did. But all over the place, Black Lives Matter. You know, black people are the best. They're the greatest. Oh no, but then you let a mob of motherfuckers try and fuck the dude over. And like I told him, you got a strong following of people who fuck with you. And they like you, and they miss you, and they won't hear from you. But you got to go through the fire. Period. If you fucking with me, you going to go through the fire. Because I got to make sure that your ass done been burnt. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time men really learn shit is when they get burnt. So I got to make sure you get burnt. And you got to tell niggas what the fuck happened. How it went down. What the deal is. And after that, we keep it moving. Because that's what life is about. And to the community again, it's in your best interest. Truthfully, it really is. It's in your best interest to start rewarding people who keep it real. People who have the ability to fucking lay it all on the line and expose themselves, because at the end of the day, that's a true person. Stop rewarding bullshit, because that's why you get bullshit. But that's y'all decision to make. You need to decide what you gonna support. You need to decide if you can get behind a human being who can expose themselves, like a Marvin Allen or a Wolf or a Jeff Nataloni, or people who can really expose themselves for the mistakes that they made. Or if you're gonna get behind fake people that don't show their faces, don't show their names, and all, you know, you don't really know shit about them. And then you're gonna ride for that shit. You're gonna carry a banner. You're gonna run around and whoop-de-woo and hi-da-hi and bada-bing, bada-boom for shit that's fake. That's y'all decision, dog. All I know is over here, I'm gonna keep it real. And if you in this camp, we gonna fucking keep it real. Because in this camp, we make mistakes. In this camp, we fucked up. And God is the one who helps us through all this shit. Nobody's fucking perfect. I know it. Trust me, believe me, I know. Because every day, as a man, I try my best not to revert back to things that I used to do. And the only thing that keeps me, my personality itself, from reverting back to what it was, for me behaving the way I used to behave, is the power of God and the strength of God and the fact that I pray every day. Real talk. I mean, it just real shit. And I'll tell y'all some inside baseball. Before all this shit went down with D-Dogs, me and him had a conversation. I think his old lady at that time was on speakerphone. And I told him, I said, bro, you know, God got a way of hitting us in our secret places. And I told him my story about how all my secret places were hit in order to provoke a change in me as a man. And I explained to him, dude, I had statues built in my life. I had skyscrapers built in my life. I had memorials built in my life to situations and people that I was involved with. And when I found myself in a situation where God was destroying and demolishing those buildings, toppling those statues, you know what I'm saying? Like burning down the memorials, and everybody around me was turning their back on me. Everybody. I mean, everybody. I'm sitting there looking like, man, that's wild. I paid your child tuition and you not fucking with me? Like, man, that's wild. Like, you in a house that I helped you get and put your down payment on and you not fucking with me? I'm looking over in Florida like, man, nigga, I saved your daughter's life and you ain't fucking with me? But you got to go through that. And I learned on the other end of that, it was a cleansing. Because what God told me on the opposite end of all that was, see, you knew you didn't need to be fucking with these people, but you were so stubborn you kept doing it. You knew that person didn't belong in your life anymore, but you kept them around because you had built this memorial to that person, because you had this relationship. This other person right here was a 20-story tall building in your life. So I demolished it, showed you who they were. And so those knives coming out, literally swinging and stabbing and punching and kicking and people physically shooting, taught me the lesson. Hold on, man. You got to be real with yourself when it comes to situations with people. Like, you literally have to understand that if there's a person that does not belong there, it's easier if you get rid of them than if God has to get rid of them. Because if God has to get rid of that person, then you're going to get hurt in the process. You're going to learn the lesson the hard way. And this man will attest to you. I had this exact same conversation. I said, man, I'm very careful when I talk about God to the public, because I know the standard that he holds you to. And I've been through that fire multiple times. God will break you. And he's going to use the people around you to break you. Like a damn twig. Like Bigfoot holding a tree branch. Clack! Gotcha. But on the other end, you come out stronger. And if you don't learn the lesson, you're going to snap your ass again. And he'll keep snapping you every time until you learn the lesson. Sometimes you can learn a lesson before you get murdered. Sometimes you can learn a lesson before you have to do jail time. Sometimes you can learn a lesson before you have to get divorced, or before your kid has to get caught on, stuck on drugs, or before you have to go bankrupt, or whatever it is. But you're going to learn that lesson. And in God's eyes, you're going to get this work. No way around it. So, I say all that to say, me and my man supposed to be hooking up today, chopping it up. In the next couple of days, we're going to drop this video where we go through everything. And I just want people to remember what I'm saying to you about it. Like, the hypocritical nature of people. Like, control that shit, man. And the mob mentality. Don't join into the mob bullshit. Before you hop into the internet mob shit where like people whoop-de-wooing and going crazy, bada bing, bada boom, pointing fingers, man, just look yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, is this some shit I can do, confidently say or do? Don't get me wrong, there's some goody two-shoes out there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't did shit wrong. Literally, I'm not joking. There's some people who really goody two-shoes. They ain't did nothing. Everybody ain't no goody two-shoe. That's a very small percentage of everybody out there. And even to become a goody two-shoes, you had to do some shit in the first place to learn to be a goody two-shoes. You had to go through some lessons in life. So the point I'm making is this, man. The point I'm making is this. Don't lay up here and throw rocks at people unless you want a brick thrown back at you. Period. If you ain't a part of that situation, if you ain't one of the people that was involved in that fucking situation, then man, you really ain't got shit to say. Honestly. That's real shit. What a fucking mess. Even feel like the best. The fucking anyway, it's your boy Dark Waters. If I know me, I'm out of here. Peace. I expected it. What did you expect? I'm connecting the dots, dog, and my plug is the www.com. Show me love, I'ma reciprocate it. It's not hard. If it's yours, you can keep it, whatever. There's no charge.
Ain't nothing free, ma, as you can see, especially not me, ma. But fuck it, the world yours though. But it ain't delivery or the giorno. Go get it, I gotta go now. Catch you later, bitch, catch you at the showdown. What a fucking trip's been a long road, wow. Chapter 7, book 3, shit I wrote down, problems. Got a couple problems. He asked me if I had a problem. Frontin' like he don't know the problem. I guess we got a fucking problem. I guess I'ma have to solve them. Player, I always been a problem. Now I just guess I got some more problems.